All right, so welcome to this video. We're going to be talking about how to use Formative. Now, hopefully you've already watched the video on Brightspace or Desire to Learn, but let's start right there because one of the things you have to do in all of these technologies, you have to sign up first. So if you go here and you're going to see that it says under, this is how you'll see it when it's just sitting there. It'll say important stuff, really it is. And then underneath that, it'll say technology links, as I'm having some trouble with this. So this is for pre-AP chemistry, but it'll work like this for every class. And these things are all just kind of opened up already. I'm going to close them up. So this is probably how you're going to see things when you get in there. So under important stuff, really it is. I would always go there. There's going to be some stuff in here that you have to look at, and we'll talk about that later. But see where it says technology signups? You're going to click on there, and it's going to to the right hand side, you're going to see goformative.com join. So read the instructions, and the most important thing is make sure you click on the correct, get the correct code for your particular class. So that's how you're going to join. But then once you've actually joined, let's say you're just getting in there. We want to work around a little bit here. So let's go to Formative. Now, what you're going to do is up here in the upper right hand corner, you're going to see a login, and when you log in, you're going to sign in with your HC Google account. That's kind of important. I've created a fakey student account, and I'm going to join in, and I'm going to show you what you will see. Now, this is a bunch of stuff in here that you will not see when you first log in, but what you will see in there is you will see trial 2020, and then you'll see safety signature and syllabus signature pages. I'm going to jump in here to trial 2020, and this is what you're going to see when you get in here. So this is the trial, and typically there's all kinds of questions you're going to ask, but this is a multiple choice question. Now I want to have you guys focus right up here where there's a number 1 and 2. Anytime you click an answer that's incorrect, and this is only on some assignments, you see how the answer, it goes red, 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 and then when I say check the box here, do you see how it turns green? When I'm giving you problems where I want you to be able to check your work, you'll be able to check immediately and see whether or not you got the answer right. Now, this is obviously not going to be what we're doing for quizzes or for some assignments where I want you to work out the entire problem, but if there are problems like this, you can look up here and see whether you got the problem right or wrong. Now, the show your work portion is actually a big deal because we're going to ask you to show your work a lot. So when you click on that, you're going to see a bunch of tools in here. You're also going to see the question over here to the right hand side. But let me point out to you some things that are useful. So if you go up to the very top corner, this little line here, you're going to see all of these here. It allows you to pick a different color for your pen. That's super great. And it also allows you to figure out your thickness. Now you guys are clever. You guys can play around with this. If I want to go like, woo, you don't have to make that sound. Or if you want to go dash lines, it's super fun. But let's just go back to regular thickness, and you know what? I still like the blue. Let's stay with that. Now, the other thing you can do with this, and this is actually really kind of cool, is you can make lines. So if I go like this, I can make a dotted line. I'm still in dotted line mode, which is terrible. Let me get out of the dash lines. Again, remember up here is where you can just play around with this on your own. This right here is the line format. So if I make a line like this, I can make straight lines, and this is going to come into play very early on because we're going to be using tables. So you can set up a table like this, and I have, if you guys take a look here, I have a stylus. I got it, this little tablet here, I got it for, I think, 40 bucks. You can get it Walmart or wherever. That allows me to do some writing in here if you have that, or if you have an iPad, or even on your iPhone, you can do this on your own. Or you can use your mouse. It's a little more tricky to do that. But I'm going to go up here now to where it says scribble. And that allows me to write things. So I can go 34.5 grams up here. The other thing I can do is, you see how there's a text function right here? So if I hit text and I put it in this space, let's say I click on it, wherever I put that on there, 34.5, I can write it like that. So you could actually type in whatever you want. If there's an answer that requires you to type, you can just type in as opposed to writing things in here. Realize that as long as you have the T here accentuated, it's going to, wherever you click, is going to put another text box. This right here is really important because this here allows you to click on anything and you can decide whether you're going to get rid of it or not. Now, I'm just going to hit delete and get rid of that, and it's this kind of messy stuff, so I'm going to delete this. Now, the other way you can do that is you can erase. This eraser right here, if you click on things, it's going to erase what you have written before. And it depends on whether or not I'm just going back and forth, and it's going to erase these lines. Now, one of the ways if you want to make things really neat is I could go up here and use text, then make a line, and then make another line, and you'll see how this may come into play when we're doing problems. Now, that's number one. You can do all kinds of stuff with this, but I want to point out to you this image right here, this little image category that looks like a mountain, and this is how you're going to upload images from your computer. Now, when you go here, you can, if you know the URL from some place, you can actually draw it in here, but typically you're going to go here to My Computer or Google Drive, and I'm going to go to My Computer, and I'm going to look through here at the images, and I am going to, let's see if I can find one of these. Let's find a lab page. So I'm going to take this lab page, and I'm like, yep, I want that in there. And it's going to add this lab page in here as soon as I hit Add Image. So now this is in here. Yeah? Now, what do I do with this here? And this is the way, by the way, you can add in documents. And the maximum number of pages you can ever add into any one Show Your Work is 2 in order for me to be able to read it. So what you can do is click on this Select tool, and that's really important here because if you click on the Writing tool, you're going to be writing, right? If you click on the Select tool, you're going to select. And when you click anywhere on here, do you see how there's the corners come on? These, you guys are familiar with this. And then you can drag whatever you have here all over the place. The other thing you can do is if you take a corner, and again, this is not unfamiliar to you, you can take a corner and you can make it really, really small. We're having trouble saving your answers. That's delightful. Or you can make it a lot bigger. What you should try to do is when you're doing this is set it up so that the writing, from wherever you're writing, from the top to the bottom, I can see everything. Now, the other thing you want to be aware of is this. Often what will happen is you'll see that you'll come in here and when your document uploads, and I don't know why it does this, it'll be sideways. And that's, you may be like, well, I guess that's Demit's issue right now, not mine. But yeah, I want you to fix that. So if you take a look at the top here, see that little circle? And again, this is stuff you guys are all familiar with. You can click onto this and drag it around to make it straight. Yeah? Now, there's a couple ways you can get documents in here like that. One is you can already have them uploaded onto your computer and then upload them in here. The thing you need to be aware of is that GoFormative is really, really finicky, and the only thing it likes are JPEGs. So if you're taking a picture and you're uploading it somehow and it does not have the JPEG format, I think the really high definition pictures sometimes have HEIC. You can change those to JPEGs by dropping them into your photo album, because I guess that changes them to JPEG. You have to verify that for me. Or else there's some, I used a free HEIC to JPEG converter, but there's a better way. The best way to do it is by using your phone. So let me show you how to do that right now. So this is how you can take pictures and use GoFormative on your phone while you're on GoFormative on your computer. So you're going to go to your GoFormative.com. I'm assuming you've already set up your account, which I have logged in, but I'm not on this phone, so you can see exactly what I do. You're going to sign in with your Google account, and I have made a new Google account just so I can do this along with you. And if you're like me and you're using this for the first time, they're going to ask to send a code to you so that you can verify your phone. Okay, and now I'm logging in here, and I have a bunch of things in here, but the one that you guys are going to be playing with right now is the same Trial 2020. Now, the question asks here for you to show your work, and it asks the question which we were talking about before. I can change here just as well, and if you notice that it turns green when I have the right answer. That typically won't be the case if I'm giving you multiple choice questions, but let's just leave it there for why not. Show my work, it says here, draw or add images here. So this is a miniature version of what we see on our computer. And if you look at the little mountain box up there, that's gonna allow you to add an image. My computer is the same thing as saying my phone. And when you click on that, it's gonna say take a photo. Or you can go from your photo library if you wanna pull something up from there to add in to GoFormative. But if I say take a photo, I can then take a little mask up photo, and it's gonna ask if I wanna use it. I'm gonna be like, absolutely, and I'm going to add that in. Another way of adding a picture to your GoFormative is literally you can go to a photo booth and then you just hold up your picture in front of it, take a picture of it. you can, when you save it to your album, it transforms it, I believe, to a JPEG, and then you can go and look on your computer for that image and add it in. Okay, so you can do it that way. Let me just show you real quick here, because this may happen to you. I'm going to go over here to a document that I have, the mask up document, and show you how I could get it into my folder a different way. Obviously, it's really easy to take a picture of something, but if you take a look, there's a little document that shows you how to take a screenshot in case you don't know. So I'll refer you to that. But if you do Control-Shift-4 or Command-Shift-4 on your screen, so let me do this again here. You can see how the icon shifts, and then what I can do is I can drag this all the way across my mask up here, and whatever I dragged, it will now be a screenshot, and it'll show up here in the bottom corner. When you do that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to save that in a place you know where it is. Now you can do this in a number of different ways. I could just add this to my photos if I wanted to, and if I do, which I do want to do, then what I can do is I can come back to my Go Formative, and when I'm looking for pictures, I can go to my computer, or add my computer, and I can go to where I have my photos, and you're going to see mask up. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to add that image in. So whenever you have, and this is a terrible thing about this, is that whenever you have a Google Doc or a Word doc or whatever else, you can actually copy the text itself and then paste it in here into a text box. So see that text box right here? I could take this, and if I had typed in a bunch of stuff, let's just make a new document right here, new document, and I went, all right, blah 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 blah, right, and then aha, or I guess. Then what I could do is I could just go gather everything, or Control A, and then do I keep on saying Control, I've been using a laptop or PC, Command C. And once you've Command C'd that, then you can come back into here, and with your text box, you can just go Control V, and it'll put everything in here. Now it's over to the side, and you can't really see it very well, so I would grab this, click on this, and you can move it onto your screen, and you can adjust the size of it and adjust how you see everything as well. You see how this works? So what is really a big deal about this is that you are going to be required to turn everything except for videos into Go Formative. So if we go back, I'm going to click close on this here, and we're going to go back to the original stuff right here. Do you see where it says lab safety and syllabus signature page? So what you're going to do right here is you're going to go through this, and where it says show your work, you're going to take a screenshot or a picture, and you're going to upload it into here. So this is how you're going to work with all of your documents. So same thing when we work with Perusal, when we work with other stuff, you're going to be taking screenshots and you're going to be putting them into here, and that's where I'm going to be looking to make sure things are in there. So hopefully this has been helpful to you. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to actually seeing you in class. That's all I have for you right now.